So, what's your life worth to you? Seriously, ask yourself that. What is your life worth to you? Don't ask nobody else what your life is worth to them. Ask yourself to you. Because that answer you get in return is what's going to make you hustle. That's what's going to make you get on your grind. Do you think you're worthy? Do you think you're going to make it? And it's okay to say no. Because if you want that to be a yes, you need to change some things. But are you worthy? All right, what are you willing to sacrifice? Nothing's worth happening without sacrifice. Imagine you go to the gym every day, right? You're working out. But then you come home and you consume, let's just be, I'm going to just throw it out the box, 3,000 calories. You eat 3,000 calories for breakfast. Yes. You just went to the gym that morning. You came home and ate 3,000 calories of just shit. And that was just like breakfast, right? And you gonna eat another 3,000. That's a lot, but we just over exaggerating here, right? Say you eat another 3,000. Like your gym gains is just complete. You didn't sacrifice nothing. So what happens? What happens is you don't get progress because you didn't make a sacrifice. You have sacrificed by going to the gym, but you went home and started eating fried food again. You went home and start drinking. Come on, man. That defeats the purpose. That defeats the big purpose. That defeats the sacrifice that you just committed by getting up early and going to the gym. You know, you got a lot of people going to the gym just to be active, but then they go home and they eat bad, they smoke, they drink, and they eating junk. What's the point at that point? Just to look like you're fit? You ever seen somebody at the gym, but it don't look like they're losing weight, and you've probably seen them for like a year? You know, if somebody's really doing right by themselves and they actually sacrificing, you're gonna see the change. Shit, disappear and come back. And if you don't see no change, they're not doing nothing right. You know what I'm saying? You know, each its own. But what is you doing differently? What are you sacrificing? Sometimes you gotta sacrifice family, and I don't mean spiritually. You know, with the blood and shit. No. Sometimes you gotta sacrifice your time with them. Sometimes you gotta leave them alone. I had to sacrifice my family by force, of course. I had no choice. You know what I'm saying? But that is just what it is. I had to do that. I had to sacrifice my time with my friends because I'm trying to make it. Your friends will understand. Your family should understand. You know what I'm saying? You trying to do good for yourself. I hope they understand. If they don't, so be it. Because this is your life. Stop living for other people, man. For real. Y'all got to stop living for other people. It ain't worth it. It was never worth it. You know what I'm saying? You ever was about to say something and you're like, let me not say that. I'm going to offend him. I'm going to offend that guy. I don't want to say that. But that's what you was really thinking. It could have been a joke. It could have been some funny shit that you were just thinking. But you're like, oh, it's so offensive. Stop thinking about people. Who cares what they think? Because your life is your sacrifice. Their life is their sacrifice. And what do you sacrifice? Not standing up for yourself. What do you sacrifice? Not being bold in a situation. Not caring about the outcome of what other people think about what you're doing. You felt like you needed to do that, then you do it. You feel like you need to speak up for yourself, then you do it. You at work and somebody talking dumb to you and you feel like you need to speak up for yourself, then do that. I like a person that likes to speak up for themselves. I respect that individual much more because then you're not a runover. You're not somebody that can be pushed around easily and bullied. I can respect you. Somebody that takes control of the situation and say, hey, this is what's going to happen. This is what's about to happen. I'm telling you what it is. I like that. Take control. Sacrifice. Sacrifice family. Sacrifice food. Sacrifice time to get on the grind. For real though, say you 20 years old, man, you just figured it out. Man, get organized immediately. Get organized immediately. You have no time to waste. Really. Why waste time, man? And put 10 years in there. You put 10 years, man, you wouldn't even have to work for the rest of your life. If you organize 10 good years, If you a man, man, you don't even have the time. I wouldn't even be partying unless you some part of some frat or something, bro. Like, organize your time, great. Honestly, and you're gonna hit us from every older individual. I'm 27 now, right? You're gonna hit us from every older individual, man. I wish I was 21 again. I wish I was 20, I'd do it differently. You see, woulda, coulda, shoulda. But here's a problem with all of us. We constantly say the same things, because why? We realize we didn't sacrifice, and now we're 10, 15 years older now. And now we see these young kids that are doing the same exact things we did, and now we're trying to preach to them the word, but you can't, because they're already in the mindset that I'm young, man. I'm trying to enjoy this little life. But if they only knew that you sacrificed them years, if they only knew that you're supposed to sit your ass down, get on the grind, and stay focused, so then you're not wasting your 30s, your 40s, man, working for people and doing things you don't like. I was just at work the other day, and I'm like, man, I'm putting like 50, 60 hours in a week. For what? What if I put that into my craft? What if I put that into myself and put it in my videos and start grinding instead of giving it to this man for this little money? Just so I can sit at home and be tired and, drink on the weekends and come back and reverse it and do it again. Sometimes you got to think about those things because your future is determined on that. What J. Cole say? If niggas put half that they do when chasing ass into a craft by now, you be famous and rich. But I get it. You rather lay with a bitch while you play with a pussy and let her play with your dick. Ayy. She thinking she got a first round pick. Ayy. She thinking about all the things she can get. Ayy. She thinking about a range and a whip and a fly ass cribble, but it's not that simple. You know what I'm saying? It's not that simple. These artists be telling the truth in this music, man. But it takes a person of certain mindset to even understand what he's saying, because most people want to tee up. You feel me? Young Thug, NBA Youngboy, they want to tee up. And I understand. I like that type of music too. But sometimes when I'm sitting back and I'm chilling and I want to listen to myself, man, and I'm like, what is he saying? He's saying some shit. He's saying stop wasting time. He's saying the shit is not, y'all don't have discipline. Y'all don't have sacrifice. Y'all putting y'all energy into the wrong shit. That's what he's saying. And not until you hit your late 20s, early 30s, until hopefully you figure it out. But if you would have figured it out when you was in your 20s, your early 20s, you'd be famous and rich, possibly. You'd be really working. You really would have followed some shit, man. I tell people all the time, man, become a nerd. Go follow some shit and become a nerd and then master it and see how you can monetize it. Let's stop giving these people our time. Let's stop, this is a rat race, man. Let's get out of this shit. I'm like that nigga that's at work that'll come in and kind of influence people to become their own individual. I don't know why I do it. I just feel that that's my position in life. I feel like that's what I would want somebody to come in and do. You see a young dude come in, or slightly older than you if you're young, buddy ass come in there and be like, hey, we can do better. This money ain't nothing. And then you hearing that like, what do you mean we can do better? I never heard that before. No one ever told me I can do better. Well, I'm here now. You done ran into somebody that likes to sacrifice. You done ran into somebody that want to hustle. And knowing that we both, you just need a kick in your ass. You just need a boot. You just need somebody to tell you what you're doing wrong. That's it. You just need somebody to tell you, bro, we can do it. We can get up out of here, man, and make more money somewhere else. We don't have to be in here. This money ain't nothing. But until somebody young or you look up to or you see is inspirational, say that to you, bro, you probably won't even move. You'll probably sit there. Man. But that doesn't go without sacrifice, man. You got to sacrifice. You might have to leave that job. You got to sacrifice. Like, what's the future, man? The future entails a lot, and you gotta listen to it. You gotta listen to everything around you. Like, you gotta be on your P's and Q's. You gotta sacrifice life, because at the end of the day, if you don't sacrifice, your life becomes a sacrifice. So remember, sacrifice. You know, you sacrifice now, you're gonna sacrifice later. Regardless, sacrifice is gonna happen regardless, man. You will might as well. You might sacrifice your time, and that's just what it is now, man. So now you looking like, damn, I'm old now. I'm an old man. Man, I didn't sacrifice nothing, man. How? What happened? Crazy. But you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody, they got dreams and goals and aspirations, but that shit usually die in the grave. Most of y'all dreams and goals, they die in that grave, man. When you die, because y'all didn't really put forth effort. You didn't put your energy and said, man, I'm just gonna put my head down and grind. I'm gonna get this shit right. I'm not just gonna keep up with the Joneses. Because you keep up with the Joneses, now you in debt. And then it just takes one injury. Now you like, damn, I'm falling behind in bills. I'm falling behind. Now you asking for handouts. Now you broke. You pawning your shit. Because why? You didn't make no sacrifice. Because you didn't stay focused. Come on, bro. Like, it's a slippery slope. It's a slope I wouldn't want to go down. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of my peers do go down that, or individuals that I talk to at work. Like, they told me shit that, you know, I'm like, yeah, I hear that a lot. Maybe it's the community. Maybe it's just the people I talk to. I don't know. But I know that I hear it a lot, and it's not far-fetched. And it makes sense. It does. But at the end of the day, sacrifice. You do those sacrifices, and everything gonna come along with it, man. You know, if you sacrifice shit, it's no, without a doubt, shit gonna come back tenfold. It has to. That's just the universe. That's how it works. If I put my energy into something, the shit, I'm gonna be an expert. I'm putting my 10,000 hours. I'm gonna be an expert. And it's no way I couldn't have it evolved and it been perfect. You know, what, we just sit there and act like nothing's, you know what I'm saying? We stay the same. Nah, man. We don't stay the same. You only stay the same when you do the same shit. And you don't change and alter. You don't sacrifice and do other things. Definition of insanity. Do the same thing and expect a different outcome, man. Can't do that, man. You got to sacrifice, man. Remember, sacrifice on the front end so you don't be the sacrifice on the back end. Peace. It's your boy Angelo So Savage, man. Comment, subscribe, and like that shit, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I'm going to put y'all on game now, man. Y'all better tune in, man, because I'm finna tee up.